Good morning, church family and friends. Happy Wednesday. Here we are again with another update of what's going on here at church. We want to invite you to tune in to our YouTube page this Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m. for Family Bible School and 10:45 for worship. We are still in our current series titled The Vindication of Love. And Pastor Gary will have part 2 of the sermon that he introduced last Saturday. So we are still talking about rules of engagement. And the question he is addressing is this: have you ever struggled to make sense of God's involvement in your life? We're exploring how the God story provides the answer. So tune in this Saturday at 10:45 for worship. Stephanie, how are we doing with reopening the church? Are there any news about that?
There is some news. Now, some people have been asking, we've heard the governor make the announcement. What is the conference saying? When are we opening? So the conference position is that once the state allows, once your county allows, and you go through all of the guidelines and procedures, then they are allowing churches to open. So we are at the point where we're starting to look over all the guidelines. We have to have an action plan in place. We have to acquire lots of things to make our time here safe. And so it's going to take us at least a few weeks, probably by the time we meet with deacons and elders, come up with the action plan and do all of that stuff. It will take a little while, but we are looking forward to being able to meet with you.
It's good news. I'm so excited that it's now there. It's in sight.
It's in sight.
Well, that's good news. Last week, Gary had an interview with Kevin Veitia, who is one of the newest members of our church executive team. And today we want to introduce you to another member whom you probably already know, Richard Dunn, our head elder. So let's go with Gary and Richard.
Good morning, church family. My pleasure to be with Dr. Richard Dunn this morning. Richard, always good to see you.
Glad to be here.
It seems like we haven't seen much of each other during these crazy times.
No, and I'm looking forward to when we'll be back together.
Oh, I think all of us are, no doubt. Well, church, wanted to just take a moment here with Richard. Last week, we interviewed Kevin Veitia in his new role as our executive administrator on our team. And Richard, you've been a member of this church for how long?
Oh, it's a little more than 40 years.
Yeah. So a long time.
Long time.
And so Richard has served the church family in this community for many, many years. But Richard, more recently, since I've been here the last 5 years, you've been serving as our first elder. And you're just one of those guys that just loves people. And it shows. And this last couple of months has been a big challenge for everybody. And church, we've expanded our staff in a sense with 2 volunteer positions, and Richard, as our first elder, has really stepped up in the role of overseeing pastoral care and really partnering with our elders team in a significant way during this time, which has been, I cannot tell you what a huge blessing it's been, not only to our church family, but Richard, to us as a pastoral staff.
Our pleasure. The thing that draws you in as you get to know people, you see them, their lives become yours. And I'm telling you, everyone who's been involved with this, my elders, their wives, even those who aren't elders, who have said, is there something I can do?
Yep, it's great.
It's infectious.
It is infectious. It is. And so you guys have done a great work. Tell us a little bit about how you've been interfacing with the elders, and how you and your team have been connecting with our church family.
There you go. So various means are being utilized. Some people text, some people call, and by the way, Gary, we found out we don't have everybody's phone number quite right.
We do not. And
we'd love to make sure that we can connect with you. So calling, texting, FaceTime, Zoom, which we're all becoming proficient at.
Yes,
a little better, right?
Yeah, much better, yes.
And the good old stop by, see you, and drop something off. Actually, something else, Juanita and Danny have been sending out cards. They wanted to involve their kids.
Oh, awesome.
So they drew things and would mail them to people. You still get mail, don't you?
Danny
right?
and Juanita Hernandez.
Hernandez, correct.
Oh, awesome.
Correct.
Wonderful.
And
thank you, Danny and Juanita and children.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I've had others just step up and ask because Corinne helps us with that connection, doesn't she?
Yes, she sure does.
And you know, we had divided the church by zip codes, and we're trying to make sure that everyone is touched, talked to,
connected somehow.
Yeah. But sometimes we feel like the Holy Spirit prompts us, they're not in my zip code, but you know what? I'm going to reach out. Hopefully you've gotten one of those calls. I found out a lot about people.
Oh yeah.
What they like and what they don't like. We stopped by, for instance, the other day, dropped a sack. You almost feel like you're doing, I don't know, a drug deal or something. But
don't do that.
No. But we had a sack. We stopped by Ralph and Vivian's house, and Ralph came out with his mask, picked it up. We said hi from a distance. Found out that Vivian doesn't like blueberries, but Ralph does.
Oh, okay.
So Vivi, next time, strawberries for you.
Strawberries for you. All right. Well, Richard, just a huge word of appreciation. You know, the isolation, I mean, even we've heard from the experts that the toll that it takes on people's mental health and emotional health, and certainly spiritual health by us as a church body and community not being able to fellowship together. So thank you for stepping in this pastoral
more than
role.
welcome. It's been a blessing. Can I do a little spot?
Oh, please do.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if you need something, church family, we have a group of people, your family, who wants to step out and help you. So if you would, Richard at VisayasDA.com.
There it is.
You can connect with us, Richard.
Or SDA.org.
.org. Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
I'm glad we caught that.
Hey, are we going to edit that out?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Anyway, we're waiting to hear from you guys. Love it when we receive your text or hear your voice. We love you, and we're looking forward to the day soon when we can be together. But don't worry, even after we are together, we want to keep this up. We want to keep in touch.
Yes, absolutely. And Richard, please pass our love along and our appreciation to the entire elders team for their caring hearts and their work of service.
Will do.
Yeah, during this time. Thank you so much. And church family, as Richard said, if there's anything we can do to reach out and serve you, don't hesitate to let us know. Thanks again, Richard. Appreciate you. Love you, man.
Love you.
Well, church family, with all the excitement of churches opening up all around, we just want to make sure to remind you that we will see you online this Sabbath.
Yeah. Have a blessed week, church family.